Ocean acidification is when CO2, carbon dioxide, is released by burning fuels and then absorbed by seawater. After CO2 is absorbed, it then dissolves and forms carbonic acid. Ocean acidification is slowly harming our planet because it has shown to significantly reduce the ability of reef-building corals to produce their skeletons, as well as impacting marine organisms that produce calcium carbonate shells or skeletons. According to the Carbon Program article, it states that studies have shown that a more acidic environment has a dramatic effect on some classifying species, including oysters, clams, sea urchins, shallow water corals, deep sea corals, and plankton. When shelled organisms are at risk, the entire food web may also be at risk. Today, more than 1 billion people worldwide rely on food from the ocean as their primary source of protein. Many jobs and economies in the U.S. and around the world depend on the fish and shellfish in our ocean. Scientists have shown when protopod shells are placed in seawater with pH and carbonate levels, they dissolve after 45 days. If nothing were to be done to reduce carbon emissions, then it is predicted that in 10 years there will be a loss of sea life and possibly extinction, loss of ecosystems and habitat, ocean discoloration. Also, the marine food chain will affect the overall structure of marine ecosystems.
Reading the American Canyon Water Quality Reports gives information such as its microbial contaminants, inorganic contaminants, pesticides and herbicides, organic chemical contaminants, radioactive contaminants, arsenic, and giardia. The current water quality report was taken from 2014, which states that the City of American Canyon routinely monitors the water and contamination that may occur in our local water quality. The local water quality in American Canyon is being safely managed and monitored at its current state. The U.S. relies on public water systems to treat and deliver over 44 billion gallons of clean water to houses, schools, workplaces, etc. Much of the water comes from rivers, lakes, and other surface water sources. Those that are served by public sanitation systems rely on sewers to keep untreated wastewater from being released into the environment. It is important to care about our local water quality because it's an essential to our everyday lives. If we do not get the clean water we are supposed to be retrieving, it would affect our health, and not only our health, but the environment as well.
The ocean is becoming more and more acidic because of the reduced seawater pH, carbonate ion concentration, and saturation states of biologically important calcium carbonate minerals. These chemical reactions are termed as ocean acidification. We as American Canyon High School students can reduce ocean acidification by not burning as much fossil fuel. Instead, we can ride our bikes, reduce our electricity use, take shorter showers, and not litter. Whenever we do the opposite of all these things, we never think of all the repercussions that it has on our environment and that one day it will come back to us.
The change in the ocean's acidity is affecting our choice of location by stopping many people from moving to places with acidic waters because their water and seafood can be intoxicated. The ocean's seawater is reacting with the carbon dioxide that is being absorbed into the ocean from the atmosphere by turning into carbon dioxide. So as we continue to release more and more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, the more acidic the ocean will get over the years. How do you want the public to act? There are plenty of ways the public can go to reduce the release of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, such as recycling, eating less red meat, walk or bike, buy water energy efficient appliances. Recycling cuts down the release of carbon dioxide by using less water energy to produce, rather than throwing it away and making the same thing over and over again. Eating less red meat helps because the animals that we get our meat from actually produce methane. Simple things like walking or biking around by causing less pollution into the atmosphere by using gas. Every day makes a difference, and every little bit helps the community.